All right, we're back with my week 5 game for the EuroLeague. I'm still playing my triple leader list with Star-Lord, Sam, and Strange. I got Guy Zadie from Israel. This week he's playing Wakanda. So I ended up winning first prio. I took my secures. I don't remember it really mattering a whole lot. I drew Triangle and Scoundrels. He opted to take the Triangle. I got Supplies and Wedding Guest out of his list. I took Supplies just to get rid of 17. I'm kind of indifferent about both these extracts, so I just picked the one with a better threat. We can get a look at his list real quick. He's got M'Baku, Luke Cage, Lizard, King T'Challa, Blue Marvel, Spidey 2099, Shuri, Okoye, Nick Fury, and Nebula. I'm kind of expecting him to just play M'Baku, King T, and Okoye, and then build from there. That's basically the only thing Wakanda players do. So what's that, 9, 10, 11? And if he picked 18, so that gives us, what, 7 points left? So I can expect a 4 and a 3. He actually only has one other 4 threat, so it's Nick Fury. People like to play Nick Fury on supplies anyway, because it's easy to retrieve supplies with the grunts. And then he could pick a 3 threat. It'll be either Shuri, Cage, or Lizard. I doubt it'll be Lizard, so probably dealing with Cage or Shuri. Since we got Triangle and supplies, this is like a really slow scenario. I can just play defenders pretty safely here, so I'm just gonna play the team I've been playing, which is without Toad. So it'll be Strange, Blue Marvel, Shang, and Echo. I end up taking Indom and Sacrifice. Obviously, Wakanda has displacement with Shuri, and Baku can push, King T can pull you, so Indomitable is a no-brainer. Portals, obviously, Recal to stop like King T, big King T attacks, big M'Baku attacks. Sacrifice is pretty no-brainer, and I decided to take Mystic Ward this game. I haven't played a lot of supplies games, and I figure maybe the Mystic Ward will come in handy. But I think after having played this game, I probably would just play either Chi Mastery or Warpath. I could see Mystic Ward being good though on supplies. You can, like, if your opponent has activations to burn to go pick it up, you can ward it, and that way you don't have to really interact with it. And they're worth 2 VPs, which is usually what you're looking for with Mystic Ward. Team that I expected out of him, he picked Shuri instead of Cage. I like that. I think Deaton said he had some trouble playing against Shuri at squad goals with Strange. You just get shot off your portal and stuff like that. So I'm curious to see how this goes. He brought Eye in the Sky for Nick, and then the rest of the cards are pretty straightforward. I'm just going to deploy Echo in the middle of the table since she's basically going to be double walking anywhere. She can still one walk to the close triangle if we need her to. Also, the central deployment looks like she can walk and get on top of this car here, shoot this area here, or she can walk to my triangle and just kind of camp out and stealth. There's a bunch of terrain here. Gonna deploy Shang on the left just because he's usually the refuse flank guy. If you watch my other games, it's usually like he overextends early, takes the portal back with something, causes a bunch of chaos with 1-inch punch and whatever. So he's gonna play this side, and then Strange and Blue Marble are gonna play my home triangle. So he just deployed her in the middle. I think that's fine. She can one walk somewhere and shoot something potentially. Again, just gonna deploy Blue Marble here. I'm not expecting to be able to attack anything on round 1. So same with Strange. Hedging Strange more in towards the middle of the triangle, so that the portal can get more horizontal distance, versus like if I was to flip-flop Blue Marble and Strange's positioning. Yeah, so he deployed like such. I'm not really worried about anything here. The only thing is, like, sure, I don't really want to get shot by Shuri on round 1 if I can help it, and I would really like to not get hit by Bound King T's spear. He can just spike like crazy on round 1, and it can kind of put you on the back burner, so just like ideally avoiding that. My list is really good at controlling King T as long as he doesn't like get an early start on me, because I can get the Hex on him, and then I can kind of put a bunch of defense boosts into his attacks to make them bad, so I don't have to deal with him snowballing me. Also helps on the triangle, I can add even more defense dice. So I won second prio. I'm just going to pass because there's nothing urgent to do on the board. Just let him activate. So he walks a koi to his supply. He's got cover, which is good. He's also got, obviously you have to have a model on the supply to be able to pick it up with another model, so obviously he's setting up for that. Again, there isn't really anything urgent to pick up, so I'm kind of looking at Strange. I'm like, maybe I can get an early shot on her. You know, Strange got Pierce, can pierce the cover if I just roll okay. Obviously I have Agamotto, got 2 cracks at it. And if I just do 1 damage, I push her off to pull her towards me to get the Hex. And then like Shang and Echo can shoot her, and I probably get a daze on round 1. This is really, really good. So, and Strange like isn't gonna need to stand on this secure because Blue Marvel's gonna stand there anyways. And I'm not anticipating his team to come press into my triangle. Strange and Blue Marvel will still be in enough. There'll be enough proximity to each other that I can put the portal down, even without Strange on the secure. So I'm kind of pre-measuring like a Shuri shot. It looks like she can get me. I'm just gonna do it anyways. I think there's just too much value here for me to not try this. Worst case, I could Indomitable the Shuri shot if it's like that impactful. So basically getting a max range 4, so I can be close to portal next round. So shoot her. 1 with a Pierce. Obviously he's got the cover, so I'm not doing anything. We'll re-roll it. There's the big attack. That's really good. So he gets a koi re-roll. He's got 3 blocks because of cover, but we still we punch 2 in because of Pierce. We get the shield power. We do the Hex. We push. This is also even better because we get her off the extract because now he can't pick it up. So we just like, yeah, we get like a huge advantage off this. Obviously King T's gonna gain a power from that attack. If I do another damage, like let's say I just shoot a koi and kill her, obviously I turn on bound, but I'm kind of being okay with that trade just because there's so much. There's such a high tempo advantage. I can dump a Strange boost into the King T attack. Yeah, so now Nick Fury can't pick this thing up because grunts don't count for like the needing a friendly guy on the thing. If Nick was already there, the grunts could pick it up, but not this way. He doesn't really have a way to protect Okoye, and I don't want to shoot her just yet because I turn on bound. And I need Blue Marvel and Echo need to walk to this thing right now anyways. It looks like Echo can 1-walk to it, which is really good. If she can, I'll shoot the Okoye, but otherwise, yeah, it looks like she can, which is good. Yep, so we get range 1 on the stealth too, which is good. Just gonna go for try to get the Okoye days here. She doesn't get the reroll either, which is dope. 2. Well, Okoye's gonna block well. Consolation prize is that we don't turn on bound, so it's not so bad. So he's walking up Shuri, and he's gonna go grab this this supply. I don't like that. I think I would have shot Strange here. You shoot Strange and eat the Indom, and then you build power for rerolls on your King T on round 1. And I would have M'Baku go grab this thing. I don't put a lot of value in M'Baku's attacks, so if he's scoring, that's good. But now I can kind of just do whatever I want. So kind of measuring an attack into Echo. I would get cover on it. I would have Strange boosted also, so like I feel pretty okay that he's not going to really do much to me. So just going to walk Blue Marvel up since, again, I'm not anticipating Blue Marvel to attack. I'm not going last, so like King T's just going to go last and do what he wants. I can't really do anything about it, so we'll just grab the thing before Echo gets pulled off. I feel good about having my thing on Blue Marvel anyways. He's should have friends next to him, so he's not going to drop the thing. He'll be on the portal and everything, so he's tanky. Yeah, see, now M'Baku's like He's not making attacks anyway, right? Like, what do you do with him? You don't really want to walk him to this corner. Or you kind of have to, because you want King T to go do something. See, I would have rather had him where Shuri is, and then Shuri is maybe sitting on top of this bulldozer or something. Or rather, Shuri would have made an attack, and then M'Baku picks up the thing, and maybe you have King T walk and stand on the point, and maybe he can get an attack. Alright, so I'm going to walk Shang up. I'm going to karate kick Okoye, make sure it's out of range 2, martial arts, roll bad. He's got a reroll. Oh, no damage. Constellation again, no bound. So not the worst thing. We weren't killing her anyway, so it's actually fine. If I was him, I probably would have just not taken the reroll and taken 1 damage. Yeah, so we didn't get the Okoye days, but now we don't have to deal with a bound, which is pretty sweet. So yeah, King T's not really in position to do much of anything. So I will take not getting attacked by him on round 1 for sure. So we go down a point, but that's fine. This is super slow that I'm not worried about it. And he has an extract on a squish model, so it should be easy to get it off, slow the game down. That's another thing, right? If you put the thing on Blue Marvel, or sorry, put it on M'Baku, it forces me to interact with him, kind of, and you can power him up. Granted, my list is pretty good at killing M'Baku, so, but that's kind of a matchup problem. So putting the portal down, honestly, there's not anywhere that's like super amazing. I'm kind of just like mucking around where to put this thing. So I don't know. At the end of the day, I kind of just like need Shang to take it back, and I don't want to put his characters on it. Preferably, I don't want King T to be able to bound on top of it either. It's pretty annoying when he can bound on top of it and then just stab you twice. Just kind of putting it there, keeping it away from his characters and from bound. Shang will be able to take it. I also just like didn't really want to put it on the bulldozer. Dealing with TTS physics is just like flopping around. I was like, whatever, we'll just put it on the ground. So I'm gonna activate Shang here since he's like point blank to all these characters. Maybe try to get the Okoye days. I keep Prio since I'm 1 narrower. We can 1-inch Shuri off, and it forces her to take a walk action, or she drops the thing, which is cool. Fortunately, our angle on King T kind of makes it so we're not getting a stun on him, unless I like move around. But I believe I'm okay. So I declared an attack into Shuri, and I think he sacrificed to Nick Fury. I do think it's too early to play the sacrifice since no attacks have been made. You definitely, because you don't know what my next attack's going to do. So I think you got to hold sacrifice there. I'm going to 1-inch punch T'Challa anyways, just to put more distance. Again, I didn't do any damage, so no power for him. My opponent's reminded me that he gets to roll with M'Baku's leadership, which is true. So we put him back. And he rolls the shield, so he doesn't go anywhere. That's fine. Thankfully, that's once per turn. Shang is not once per turn, so we can just do it again. This time, I'm going to punch Okoye, I believe. Maybe we get days here, and we can punch Shuri backwards, like I said. Make it hard for her to keep her thing. Yeah, so Okoye is just going to roll amazing constantly, so kind of pre-measuring, like, if a push on T'Challa would do anything. Doesn't look like it. So we're just going to push Shuri backwards just so she can't just like double tap my bunker. Yeah, just make sure to keep her out of range 5. Don't put her on the portal or anything like that. So we'll just be done there. Kind of just like leaving Shang in the middle of his team because I have defense boost from Strange, worst case. Even if Shang dazes here, I don't necessarily care that much. I still have Prio, and I can keep him alive. And there's always a chance that, like, my opponent fights him in range 2, and it just doesn't do any damage to me, and I just, like, waste a lot of his time throwing him around and whatever. So, yeah, if I was him, I probably would be... I think I would play King T now, and I would bound and double tap Strange. and you hope you kill him. Especially since before Blue Marble gets rerolls online. Strange also not on the secure, so he can't get dice. So all you're dealing with is like Strange's defense boost and maybe sacrifice. Yeah, I think you gotta put pressure. Your King T's also not hexed yet, which is huge. So I think you gotta activate him now, but he is activating Shuri into Shang. I don't think this is correct, but he's never gonna have prio, so he needs to start attacking my unactivated models. Like Shang is like the least of his worries. And if you're gonna shoot him, at least shoot him off the objective. But it ends up shooting me into the guy, into King T, so I'm not even off the objective. I'm just gonna take 2 damage, I guess. I mean, maybe he wants to build power for rerolls, which is valid, but I think you gotta take the chance right now that you don't have a hex King T. If you just like bound to keep out of range 2 on Strange, that way you get the pull. You like force me to Indomitable, then you can do it again, or you force me to sacrifice, and then you could like Wakanda Forever and displace me a 3rd time, and just like cause a whole bunch of problems. Might be worth Wakanda Forevering just to get a daze on an unactivated Strange on round 1 if possible. But we're Wakanda Forevering with everything except M'Baku, and this is going into Shang again. I'm sure he'll take another damage. Sequoia into Shang. Doing the energy attack makes sense. Block really well. McCoy is still rolling insane. She was hexed, so he's 4. I take 1 damage. So pretty happy that this King T's attack is going to go into a 1 health Shang instead of a Koi killing me. I'm not going to bother to dice boost this. I kind of want to get a Strange Spender off, so I'm just going to let King T roll. So I end up dying barely. That's still not a big deal. I honestly, in hindsight, I probably should have defense boost there, because if I don't die to that attack, I can heal him with Strange. So that was actually kind of a misplay on my end. Yeah, in hindsight, especially since he was skull locked. I couldn't even reroll Shuri. Yeah, so this is a problem, right? Like, his Shuri's now has to drop the thing because she did end her turn not next to anybody. So this is, like, really bad for Wakanda. I'm just going to toss this thing in the back because I'm going to out-attrition this list in terms of, like, the longer the game goes, the more I'm going to win this game. I just have too much control and sustain. So I'm just going to put that thing in the back just to keep the points pretty minimal and make him fight me. Blue Marvel doesn't really have range. He doesn't have range on King T or Nick. Really want to kill these grunts, but I don't think I have range on them with anything. Don't really want to attack M'Baku because 2-tapping him is a little ambitious, and it can go horribly wrong if I let him spender me. Currently his activation is like walk 5 dice me. I don't really care about that. Getting a hex on King T is probably like my highest priority. Also dazing the Sequoia would be nice, since I would still keep priority. We probably should just like builder the Sequoia and then we Crimson Bands. Yeah, so we're gonna builder Sequoia and then we're gonna spender the King T and get the stagger. Koi is still rolling insane, but she's gonna get pierced and die, thankfully. She doesn't reroll into a block. Oh no, she'll reroll into a block and then still live on 1. Okay. We get the push at least. I'm just gonna push her away from my team. We're gonna push her away from King T so he can't bodyguard this attack. Now we're just gonna spend her King T. I mean, friggin' Okoye, dude, whatever. If she wants to live on 1 health, she can live on 1 health. Maybe we high roll and activate here in King T, and that's insane. Nick Fury's adding a die with the secure. Don't really care. I'm not trying to kill him. So no activate. Don't care about damage. So we're just gonna re-roll this to try to hit the trigger. Hit the trigger. So that's insane. And got the shield too. Also. So He pretty much has to recal this. I don't think he can afford to just lose his King T activation. This is also kind of the problem with like burning sacrifice on nothing earlier, right? So he does recal. I don't get anything on it. I actually do 1 damage though. He was gonna get hexed anyways because he's start 5. We get a power refund from the shield. Get the stagger and the hex. It's fine. It's insanely crippling for King T. We also just like took off all of his power from recal. So he just can't even bound me right now either. So, I mean, I kind of like, in a roundabout way, activated him anyways, and took the card with it. Yeah, so his activations are pretty terrible now, right? Like, you can't even go get this thing, because you need somebody on it. And Baku isn't in range to double tap anything. King T is like, staggered hex, no bound power. Nick Fury has no power. So, it's pretty rough. But also, like, I'm not super threatening. I guess I am threatening his models a little bit. Like, Blue Marvel could go through this portal and start shooting people. Granted, he needs to end next to somebody to not drop the thing, so... Yeah, I think Nick Fury is a fine activation. I think you still got to put damage into this Strange. I think you're just shooting me. Especially since Blue Marvel has no power to reroll right now. So yeah, I like this line based on what he has. So we're going to shoot Strange. I'm not going to boost this. So Grunt's rolling insane as usual. He gets a reroll from Nick Fury. He's opting to just use the leadership instead. I don't. You should take the reroll for free before you do that. But I'm just gonna keep my 1 block. I'm gonna take 4 damage. Kind of okay with this. Like Strange powers up. Like it's fine. Strange dazes. He dazes. I activate him at least. Kind of unfortunate that I'm already in range 3 of Nick, so he can double tap me. Gonna boost. Maybe I can survive this. Roll really well on it. Sorry, I only have 2. I have to wait for him to reroll. So I'm getting pierced, which is killing me. So I think I Agamotto this. Yeah. Pick up 1,000,000 blocks. That's really good. Get the power for the shield. And dice boost again. And he rolls horribly. So we're good. Sure, he's rerolling 2, I guess, on this. Probably desperate to get me down, which makes sense. Yeah, still nothing. I'm just gonna reroll this. Maybe I had the shield since he has no hits, so I get a free power from that. Obviously, Shuri outside of range 4. I don't get Soul Gem power. So that's cool. My Nick, my Strange did not daze. Pretty awesome. So still can kill this Okoye and keep Prio. So try to do that. I think determining line of sight with Echo looks good. Just gonna shoot her. Can we get it done? At 2. Can't get it done. Gain of power. Alright, so gonna charge and do the 7 dice into Okoye. I just like, can this character die? He's blocking 3. Need a crit. We got there. Hallelujah. Okoye's blocked like 10 plus damage. I'm gonna take the portal back just to where I was. We can backstop Blue Marvel against Baku. So King T got his bound power for me killing Okoye. He's gonna shake stagger and attack me. Yeah, I'm not too worried about this. Hex is pretty bad for him. I'm just gonna boost. Need a power for Soul Gem on bound. Blue Marvel's gonna add a die. Oh, sorry, we're gonna sacrifice into Blue Marvel. Yeah, of course. Because if my Strange doesn't die to this attack, which obviously he won't if I sacrifice, my Strange is basically not dazing this round, and then I can heal him top of next round, so I basically save his healthy side. So we definitely sack this to Blue Marvel. Strange can also give Blue Marvel dice on the sacrifice, since Blue Marvel's not adding dice to himself. But I don't think I'd do that. I think I'd rather just save King T is not going to kill my blue marble here. So he's hexed. He only has 3 successes. Also, me sacrificing to blue marble removes his range 2 rerolls on his spear, which is really cool because my blue marble's not in range 2 anymore. So I block 2 because of sorry, I did add dice on this. I block 2 with the skull. He has no wild, so he doesn't get the leadership power or leadership success. So yeah, I'm just going to take 2 damage. Definitely worth sacrifice. He gets to pull me since I'm not in range 2. I don't really care because I'm probably just going to try to daze this King T now. Still on the portal. That's pretty cool. So I'm just going to shoot King T. He's already activated. It's just maybe we flip him. Do 1 damage. No skulls, no wilds. I'll just do it again. He rolled a counter strike that did no damage, which is fine. Happy to take power off King T. Alright, just shoot King T again. So this is an eye in the sky now. The eye in the sky is not going to save him from me attacking him, but his logic is that I won't be able to throw him, which I think that's good. I don't have range 3 on the grunts, so I can't throw them either. So maybe he saves his grunts. Is that worth the card though? Unsure. Probably not. 5 and a 3, so you take 2. Put the stun on him. Okay, yeah, I do have range 3 on the grunts. I can't daze them though. Yeah. Grunts can't take the portal, so not really worth throwing them. There's nothing else to throw, so I think we'll just be done. Oh, okay, yeah. Throw the grunts into Shuri. This makes sense. Yeah. We can put damage into Shuri for later. Yeah, so all he has left is an M'Baku, and it's like, I just don't really care about M'Baku, right? He's going to come in and do 5 dice to me. I'm just going to boost it with Strange. If he terrain throws me, I get a Soul Gem. So my plan is just to like make this attack as bad as possible for him, because we really don't want... We want to power starve M'Baku as much as possible so we don't get spendered. So I'm going to boost this. I think this was into Strange. Yeah, that makes sense. M'Baku rolling bad. I block it, even with his leadership. Doesn't get the push, which is really good for me. He gets the pursuit. So he's going to throw the barrels at Strange. This is a good play. I can't reroll. I don't have power to boost yet because of Gem. I get it after, but I actually luck into 2 blocks, so I only take 1, which is really good. I get Soul Gem power and rolling a shield power. So Echo's the only one on my secure, so I'm only going to score 1 to his. Sorry, I score 2 to his 1, I think. So we'll catch up. So I'm definitely going to activate Strange first because I want to heal off this damage that I have on me, and then I can dump a bunch of resources into keeping Shang-Chi alive for an activation with like Blue Marble reroll, Strange boost, and Recal. M'Baku's also on 0 power now, or he'll be on 1, so I'm not super worried about him going crazy inside my team. The thing that's like most threatening is King T, but we can probably actually just daze King T. Like all of his cards are gone. We could probably just daze King T, take away the activation, and then we'll be pretty chill. So I opt to Builder King T here. This is a pretty big misplay on my end. I need to heal first, forgetting about Royal Rebuke. So on the chance that I like do no damage, he could rebuke and daze me, which would have been a disaster. Thankfully, even with my misplay, I think the odds are in my favor because I can just, if I do 1 damage, he gets pushed away. So pretty horrible misplay on my end. But he is Hex, so he only blocks 2. And 1 of it gets pierced, so he does take 1 damage, thankfully. Yeah, so we're going to push him away, realizing that Rebuke is almost a disaster. Really just needed to heal first. Alright, we'll heal now. Don't want to attack this M'Baku since I don't want to give him power. So we're probably just going to attack Okoye. But yeah, the thing is, if like if I heal first, then I don't care about Rebuke, and then I shoot Panther again and I remove his activation. Now I risk like Panther killing my Shang. And he'd have to go crazy, right? But like it is he does have wisdom potentially if he wants to play it. So my misplay is kind of forcing me to attack Okoye. I'm not going to Crimson Van's Okoye, even though I get rid of the... It actually doesn't matter. She doesn't have range 2 anyways. Okay, so I declare a builder on a Nick Fury. Maybe I get the push and the Hex on him. We could stop any kind of his damage output. But he opts to Bodyguard here. That's fine. I'm okay with either. Got 3. He is a reroll. So he gets cover. So he's going to take a damage. I'm just going to let this rock. Look at the Hex. I got a power from the Soul Gem from Bodyguard. So my plan on the push here is just to like get Okoye as far away from his important models as possible and just like make her take walk actions. So it'll just be Strange done. Actually kind of an unoptimal Strange turn. I kind of messed up the sequencing, but it's mostly okay. Yeah, and now like since King T's on 1, he almost can't attack me at range 2 on Shang. Sorry, Shang's injured now, so I don't have the throw. So that's actually fine for him. Yeah, if I was on my healthy side, it would be pretty scary for him. I could just dump a bunch of resources to make him miss, and then I could throw him and daze him. So King T is bounding. He's right next to my Shang, so I guess we're going to make an attack into him. He's not on the secure, which is kind of cool. He's playing Wisdom. Yep. I'm going to boost this. It's like losing my Shang would be a disaster, so we just dump as much resources as possible to keep him up. I block 5. He's hexed, so these are the range 2 rerolls from Spear. Still taking no damage. He's going to do Shuri is out of range. So I'm just not going to take any damage. It's really good for me. Sorry, he had 60 count skulls. I lied. I take 1. That's fine. I'm going to boost again. Blocking 4. It's got 2 more rerolls. I will take 2 damage, which is fine. We're not dead. It's all good. Alright, so yeah, a 3 damage Wisdom turn. I will take it. So all of his cards being gone is pretty sweet. So I'm looking at, like, Nick Fury. We can 1-inch Nick Fury. The plan is to, like, kill the grunts so they're not attacking me and kill Okoye. In hindsight, if you actually leave the grunts alive, it makes it really difficult for Nick to pick up the extract, because if the grunts die, he gets a power, and then he can double walk over to it, stand on it, spawn the grunts, and they pick it up since he's standing on it. If the grunts have to go first, then they don't get like that interact during his turn. So something to think about. Maybe even leave the grunts alive here. But normally I just kill the grunts because I don't want them shooting me. So gonna hedge up to get range 2 on everything. Try to take out this Okoye. When she's short being off the table just makes things a lot easier for me. Alright. She finally stopped rolling blocks, so I think she's dead. Yeah. Gonna 1-inch Nick Fury so that he's not shooting my Strange. He stops it with the M'Baku leadership. It's 2 for 2. Gonna punch the grunts. Yeah, I think it's even correct to still punch the grunts, even though he'll be able to pick up the thing. I'm like fine if Nick wants to go run into the corner with the extract. Like, I just like, then Nick's not shooting me. I don't have to deal with the grunts shooting me, do damage, Nick Fury spender me, and just all this stupid damage happening. So if Nick wants to just like go run around and lose slower, I'm fine with that. So the grunts die. Gonna punch Nick again. His leadership is once per turn, so he can't stop me now. We get the stun on Nick, which is good. Get him off the objective. We're gonna take the portal. We're staying next to M'Baku, obviously, but I'm not super worried about it. I have a bunch of defense stuff I can use, so we'll just park Shang there. Yeah, so like maybe you could Mystic Ward that thing this turn. With I could have done that with Shang. With like, if he doesn't hit the M'Baku trigger to stop me from pushing him, I push him on the first one, then I can flow up on the second shot and Mystic Ward it. But I don't really care. Like I have such a large like board state advantage right now that if he wants to pick it up, he can do that. So M'Baku's punching, I think strange. I'm just gonna boost this. So we really don't want M'Baku spendering me. So he's got 4. He's gonna leadership to 5. I'm blocking 2, taking 3, which means he'll be able to spender me. So we're gonna put Blue Marvel rerolls into this to see what we get. So we pick up a block, which stops the spender now. So I'll be taking 3. Oh, sorry. This is the first time I've ever seen TTS do this. TTS actually bugged out, and the dice were not going back into the top row. I think this is like a die that's like wobbling back and forth, and the physics didn't stop. So I end up blocking 3 here. He has 5 successes, so I end up only taking 2, which stops the spender from happening. So I just keep this. If I was still taking 3 damage, I would have Agamotto'd. Yeah, so I take 2. We stop the M'Baku spender. He gets the push. He rolled crit wild, so he gets both triggers. Probably gonna Indomitable this. Actually, I don't think I need to Indomitable this. My Strange is already activated. I don't really care if he dazes. And I still have like range around everything anyways. Alright, so he's gonna throw the car at my Strange. I'm gonna defense boost this. Strange can add dodge dice, so again, we maybe force him to attack my Strange again. Yeah, so I'll just get both my power back because of Gem and rolling a shield. Okay, he's attacking Strange. Sure, I take 1. He got a pursuit, so he'll just move on to the point. I can't daze Shuri or Nick Fury. I would give away priority. Definitely do not want to do that. So my only actual targets are like a 1 health King T. Also kind of want to leave him on 1. He's not scoring anything, and I can daze him easily next round. So I can shoot M'Baku just from here with Blue Marvel. But none of my models are really threatened at all, so... Alright, so yeah, Blue Marvel's gonna shoot M'Baku. Nick Fury, or King T added a die to it. Looks like King T was contesting, I don't really care. Blocks nothing, takes 3, M'Baku's immune to stun. He's actually doing rerolls. Picks up 3 blocks, so I'd do 1 damage out of his skull. Get a skull power, get the hex. Alright, gonna shoot him again. Yeah, because like if we get the daze here, we can just throw. We could like double tap M'Baku next round and like throw King T into the wall or something. So he actually lives on 1 here. He's blocking 1, taking 5. That's fine. So sure, he's gonna shoot Strange. I'm fine, honestly, dying here. I don't know if I die, I don't get pushed. So I just let myself die. It's good. Good old Shuri, 8 successes. So yeah, there's not really anything else for her to do. She can't go pick up that thing. Nick's also a power short because he added a die on the secure. I probably wouldn't have done that because then he could go grab the thing and Shuri could go stand on this point, but I still have an Echo that can like kind of trivially daze the Shuri unless like dice are weird. He has to walk around to the thing. On that, by doing that though, you don't have to walk Nick onto the extract, so that makes sense. All right, so I'm gonna try to daze this in Baku. So Echo's gonna portal. She'll 4 dice him. Roll nothing. Yeah, just won't do any damage. It doesn't matter. It was yeah, 2 successes to my 2 since I get his crit, so I had no success, so it doesn't matter. Okay, we get a power. I'm gonna spender him since I get the medium walk. He only blocks 1, so he's dead. Just gonna walk behind the building. It's probably not correct to do that. It's probably correct to stay in range 4 of Shuri because I would have stealth and she wouldn't be able to shoot me and I could shoot her. So I probably should be towards Shuri more. Especially since I won't have charge power next round. So yeah, Nick is just gonna go grab the thing. He can like walk, put the grunts down, they can pick it up since Shuri's there. Again, just kind of losing slower. I'm just going to activate Strange and I'll have spender money and stuff. I can even heal my Shang and whatever. So, yeah, we'll score 4. And he'll get 3. Alright, so yeah, definitely going to activate Strange because I want to heal the Shang damage. Which means I am going to take a walk action, so I'm only going to get 1 attack. And Baku's currently outside of 3 of my entire team if I walk Strange away, so if he's just going to walk spender me, I can invest a lot to making that bad, and it's fine. So really the only thing I want here is to like daze King T. And I'm not going to spender him because I want money to potentially dice boost and heal Shang. And like, worst case is my first attack doesn't daze King T. I would just walk back and heal Shang anyways, and then he either has to activate King T and do something with him, or I'm going to try to daze him again, or he activates in Baku, in which case I daze King T. So like his activations are still kind of stressed. Like if he activates King T, then I can have Blue Marble shoot Baku twice, and like it's not good for him. So like worst case, we just like don't daze anything and heal Shang. It's fine. Yeah, so Baku's out of 3 of everyone after I move Strange away. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna shoot King T. 2 with the Pierce. Sorry, 1 with the Pierce, so we weren't getting him. We get 3 this time, so we'll do 1 damage and get him. Alright, yeah, just gonna walk outside of 3 of them, Baku. And then we'll heal up Shang. Yeah, so now, like, he basically has no offense. His only offense is, like, M'Baku, walk, spender, terrain throw, in which case I can just boost dice Strange, boost dice with the secure, potentially reroll Blue Marvel, have recal. Like, we just have a lot to make that attack bad. So he's walking in with M'Baku. He's declaring a spender into Shang-Chi, I believe. I could Wild Goose this, but I don't really think it matters a whole lot. Maybe this is into Blue Marvel? I don't remember. Whoever it is, it's a million blocks. I think this is Shang. Yeah. So he's throwing me. I just use Indomitable here because I'm not anticipating getting displaced the rest of this game. At least I think I'm using Indomitable. I think I was taking 1 damage. Yeah, because he has leadership. So I was taking 1. I'm Blue Marvel rerolling just to save as much damage as possible. Blue Marvel has infinity power. So. Okay, we take no damage. He does throw medium, so we rewind that. I'm gonna throw Shang into the car. I'll take one. He gets the walk. He also got the flurry. He's flurrying into Strange. We will boost this. Roll terribly. Agamotto. Block everything. Get a shield power. He throws the motorcycle at me, which is fine. Again, not dying, don't care. I'll just take 2 damage. It's not a big deal. None of his models are really threatening. I'm just going to take the opportunity for Blue Marvel to try to just kill M'Baku. Maybe I one-shot him and then it's crazy. Looks like we got a one-shot, so that's cool. We do 6 damage. And maybe just like throw Nick Fury into space or something. Maybe we kill Shuri. I don't know. It all doesn't really matter anymore. So we're shooting Nick Fury. Got 6. He'll take 6. We'll hex him. And just chill. I don't drop my thing. I was like, I'm anticipating Echo's just gonna score this corner, and then Shang's gonna go through the portal. So he can like walk, charge, and like punch the grunts or something. I'm now going last, so I can stop him from scoring this extract. Alright, so the grunts are walking up to the triangle. Nick Fury walks, stays on the point. He's going to shoot Doctor Strange. We'll just defense boost. Again, not looking to die. He's hexed, so we take no damage. Gonna save Shang for last because he has displacement. He can always go through the portal, kill the grunts. So we're just gonna activate Echo. Again, see, I should have had her in range 4 to start so that I could just shoot twice. Since I wasn't gonna be able to charge anyways. So we're just gonna move Echo into range 4 of Shuri and stay outside of 3 so I get stealth. We'll just shoot her. She gets no cover. Shuri actually just dies, so unpunished for my positioning error. He's out of activations. So Shang's gonna walk, go through the portal. And we'll get these grunts out of here. And 1-inch Nick off the point. Try to stay in 3 for defense buffs. All right, punching the grunts. 1 success. Grunt's not dying. We'll punch Nick off the objective. He doesn't have leadership anymore, so can't stop me. All right, I will score 5, I believe. He'll get the 2. So he has priority with King T. I mean, he maybe can kill Shang, but I still have all these boosts on him, so... And if Shang dies, it doesn't really matter, right? Like, Blue Marvel lives and wins the game, so... the game's, like, very over. So, King T's declaring a spender into Shang. I'm just gonna add dice onto this. It's not... just not die. So, blocking just 2. He has 5. We'll do good old Blue Marvel rerolls, reroll skulls. Go up to blocking 5, no damage. He gets the throw on the wild, he'll throw me into Strange. So we decide to end on this one because Just save damage. I'm not anticipating using Indom anymore. So he gets the medium walk. He's gonna bound. Sorry, spend ring again. We'll boost this again. This is into strange. We rolled pretty bad on it, but he also rolled pretty bad. I'm just gonna Agamotto. Worst case, I Blue Marble reroll, so we'll do that. Pick up 2, we'll take 1. He gets the wild throw. He's gonna throw strange into my deployment zone. He medium walks onto the objective. So now we just go Blue Marble through the portal because we can auto daze Nick with the throw. And we can just 2-tap Shuri and she probably dies also. And there's a chance that Nick kills the grunts when he gets thrown into them too, so we can just kill everything. So it's gonna teleport there. Roll pretty bad. She'll take 1 with cover. She'll take a damage. Yeah, I get 2 power. Gonna walk onto this objective. Sure, he's not super threatening. I need to get in range 3 of Nick anyway to throw him, so. Throw him into the grunts. Grunts also die. Blue Marble ends his turn next to Shang, doesn't drop his thing. He passes. I'm going to heal with Strange, not making the same mistake I made last time. We're just going to try to shoot T'Challa off the objective. We'll pierce his block, so he'll take 1. And just push him off the point, doesn't matter. Walk onto the point. I think he passes again. Just have Echo kill the jury. His Hex doesn't get that crit. I get it, so she'll take 2 damage. Just gonna charge, do the 7 dice attack. Shuri dies to that. And then Shang is just going to stand on that point there. And that will be GG's. So yeah, pretty normal game. Him being 5 wide lets me keep priority on his King T'Challa, which is super good for me. Neither player had any kind of plan for like supplies jank this game. But it's like supplies is, I don't know if it's a well-designed extract. There's a lot of like weirdness to it. But yeah, Strange is really good at controlling King T, and if you can control King T, the Wakanda list kind of falls apart. I do think not playing M'Baku is probably a start. You play King T'Challa's leadership and then bring a 4 threat that doesn't die to energy attacks. He also had the choice of getting Scoundrels. He could have put Scoundrels on my list, which maybe would have been better for him than just playing more scenario. I'm not sure how I would have played that, but yep, pretty normal Defenders game. Hope you enjoyed it, like the video, and we will see you next time.